The world used to be whole, balanced, peaceful, until the day the Heart of Eiyora shattered. A god's core, broken into 4 fragments, each one powerful enough to level kingdoms. Wars erupted, entire cities vanished overnight. Everyone wants the fragments, but no one truly understands them. Except for Kazu stood in the rain as his village burned behind him. Ash fell like snow. His fists were stained red. He didn't cry. He never did. Just stared at the corpses of the men he killed. They were looking for something, he whispered. Not gold, and power. A fragment. His katana pulsed in his hand, cursed to remember every soul it kills. And it was very, very heavy. I'll find it before they do. Far across the sea, a girl punched through a steel wall with her bare hands. Sirens screamed behind her, but she walked calmly, smoke rising from her fists. Rhea had been a prisoner in Dekel Fortress for 3 years. They tried to turn her into a weapon. They failed. She looked at the guards around her, some unconscious, some too scared to move. They said I was just a girl in chains. She smirked. Sparks cracked down her arms. Let's see what they say now. High above the desert, in the arena of Suna, the crowd roared for blood. Zen stood shirtless under the sun, twirling a lightning dagger, grinning like he didn't care. You guys came for a show, right? He shouted to the crowd. Let's give him a storm. He flipped over to fighters and knocked them flat in one breath. The crowd exploded, but behind the mask of cheers and fame, Zen was dying inside. Later, under the arena alone, he held a photo of his brother. Burned edges, just 2 kids smiling. They killed you for that fragment, he muttered. I'm going to make sure they choke on it. Deep in a jungle temple, a girl sat with eyes closed. Candles flickered around her, but she didn't move. May breathed slowly. She didn't need to speak to hear. She felt the pulse in the ground. A heartbeat made of stone. She opened her eyes. A whisper danced through the wind, clear as a bell. They're gathering, she said quietly. The fragments are waking. In the south, where the trees grew wild and ancient ruins lay buried, 4 paths collided. Kazu stepped from the shadows, sword drawn. Rhea landed from a leap, fists still crackling with energy. Zen leaned against a tree, chewing on a stick, eyes scanning everyone. May walked calmly to the center, eyes glowing faintly. They all heard it, a sound none of them could explain. A deep hum, slow, rhythmic, like something alive underground. Jen broke the silence. So, we all hear it too? That weird heartbeat, Rhea nodded. There's a fragment under us. Kazu stepped forward. Then we fight for it, or die for it. May looked up, or protected, from what comes next. They entered the ruins. Stone cracked beneath their feet. Light flickered from torches long dead. The hum grew louder, and then a voice spoke from the dark. You're too late. A figure stepped forward, hooded. His chest pulsed with red light, one of the fragments embedded in his body. It belongs to the Shadow Order now, he said. Kazu raised his blade. That power? It's alive. The man smiled, and it's hungry. Without another word, the battle exploded. Rhea charged forward, fists blazing. Zen hurled lightning from above. Kazu clashed swords, steel ringing through stone halls. May stood back, eyes glowing as waves of force burst from her palm. The man moved like smoke, faster, stronger, warped by the fragment in his chest. Zen was thrown across the wall. Rhea barely dodged a death blow. Kazu blocked a blade that nearly cracked his cursed sword. Then May stepped in front of them all. Her voice was calm. You're not whole, she said to the man. You're not even human anymore. The fragment pulsed. Shockwave blasted outward, and then silence. Later, as the dust settled, the 4 stood together, panting, bleeding but alive. They didn't say it out loud, but they knew. This wasn't about treasure. This wasn't about revenge. This was about survival. It's about stopping what the fragments were becoming. About stopping themselves from being consumed by them. Kazu looked down at his blade. This is just the beginning. May nodded. The next one is already calling. Aden wiped blood from his mouth and grinned. Good. I was getting bored. Rhea cracked her knuckles. Let's go take it before someone else does. And just like that, 4 strangers became something else. Something dangerous. Something broken. But together, maybe something unstoppable. Snow falls like ash. The city of Eiyora rises out of the mountains like a ghost. Ancient, silent, wrapped in white. The group walks slowly through the snow-covered gates. Kazu's blade is quiet. Zen wraps his arms around himself. This place is colder than Ria's attitude, he jokes, trying to cut the tension. Ria doesn't laugh. May points ahead. The monastery is just beyond the cliffs. The fragment, it's under the lake. They continue upward, climbing toward the monastery carved into the side of the mountain. Wind howls around them, biting at their skin. The silence feels wrong. Then it happens. A dart whips through the air, strikes Zen in the shoulder. He stumbles. Before anyone reacts, shadows rise from the snow. Dozens of them. The Bonehowl Syndicate, mercenaries, scavengers, cold-blooded killers who sell fragments to the highest bidder. Get the girl with the eyes, one of them growls. They charge. Chaos. Ria lands a punch that cracks the earth. May sends a wave of psychic force that knocks 3 men off the ledge. Zen, bleeding, throws sparks wildly before dropping to one knee. Kazu fights with the precision of a storm, but there are too many. Flash bomb goes off, and the light fades. Ria is gone. Darkness. Ria wakes, chained to a metal cage deep underground. Torchlight flickers. Around her cheering. A fighting pit. Spikes. Frozen blood. And a crowd hungry for death. A voice echoes from the platform above. Cold, familiar. Welcome back, Ria. She looks up and her jaw clenches. Korin, her old rival, a Bonehowl captain, the one who betrayed her back in Deckel Fortress, smiles. Still angry about that time I left you to rot? You'll be happy to know I made it big. Built this little empire on your blood. The gate opens. Ria steps out. No weapons, just her fists. Korin drops into the arena with her. Let's finish what we started. Above ground, Kazu paces in the monastery's main hall. Zen lies on a cot, wound-wrapped. May meditates, eyes glowing faintly. She's alive, May says. I can feel her. They've taken her underground. Near the frozen lake, Kazu grabs his blade. Then we go now. May shakes her head. The fragment is below that pit. If we go loud, they'll move it. Or worse, use it. Zen groans. Well, I'm not much help right now, so either go kill someone or drag me down there. Kazu sighs, then nods. We go. Back in the pit, Ria and Korin trade blows. Hard, fast, brutal. Korin is stronger than before. Something glows under his skin fragment tech. You always thought you were better than me, Korin sneers. But look where you are, chained, weak. Ria wipes blood from her lip. You talk too much. She slams her fists together. Sparks explode. Her gauntlets light up. And the crowd roars. As the energy surges, Ria moves like lightning. One hit. 2-3 Korin stumbles. She grabs him by the collar. This is for every scar you left. One punch to the jaw. Drops out cold. The gate bursts open. Kazu charges in, sword swinging. Zen follows, limping but grinning. May walks calmly behind, her aura flaring. Bonehowl guards scatter. They fight through the underground tunnels, heading toward the frozen lake. Cracks form in the ice as they arrive. The hum begins against low, deep, alive. Fragment is beneath the lake. May steps forward, eyes glowing. I can reach it, but I need time. She kneels at the edge, hands hovering over the ice. The water begins to part slowly, unnaturally. Kazu and Ria stand guard as Zen leans against the wall, barely holding himself up. Suddenly, the ice shatters. A massive creature bursts from the depths, bone-white, mutated by fragment exposure. Half machine, half beast. Roars. Charges. Kazu moves to intercept. Ria leaps off a ledge to strike from above. Zen throws a bolt of lightning, barely scratching it. May stays still. Eyes closed, whispering. I see it. I see the core. Her voice rises. I see the past, the pain, the break. A psychic scream rips from her mouth as her hands touch the shard. She collapses. The beast freezes mid-charge, then crumbles into dust. Silence. Kazu runs to May. Her eyes are wide open, glowing faintly. She whispers, I saw the future. Everyone leans in. One of us dies. Fade to black. Sandstorms dance across the horizon. In the heart of the desert, Zen walks alone. Dust clings to his cloak. His footsteps are slow, limping, still healing from the last battle. Behind him, a trail of silence. Ahead, the city of Vatrax. Neon lights flicker over sand-stained buildings. The heat hums in the air. Screams echo from the arena in the center of town. Zen looks up. Back to hell, he mutters.
Ah!
Inside the arena, the crowd chants a name over and over. Rai Rai. A tall figure steps out on the balcony, metallic spine, eyes like glass.
Yeah.
A grin that bleeds arrogance. Rai, Zen's old master. The one who turned the arena into a slaughterhouse. The one who made him a star and a slave. Rai spots Zen below and laughs. Well, well, well. The little lightning rat returns. Zen raises his hand. I want the fragment. You've got it. I'm not here to beg. Rai leans over the balcony. You want my power? Win my games. 3 champions. 1 night. Survive, and maybe I'll let you breathe long enough to regret it. Zen cracks his neck. You've always talked too much. Elsewhere, Kazu, Ria, and May arrive on the outskirts of Vatrax. Kazu's fists tighten. He went alone. Eat. May closes her eyes. He needs this. It's not just about the fragment. It's about the chains still on his back. Ria spits into the sand, and if he dies, May opens her eyes, and we die getting him out. Night falls. The arena roars. Zen stands in the center, surrounded by blood and fire. The first champion enters. 8 feet tall, bone armor fused with steel. They call him Sharditer. The bell rings. Zen moves first fast, graceful, untouchable. The crowd gasps as he zips under the giant's legs, slicing tendons with his lightning dagger. One sweep of energy. The beast drops. 1 down, no time to rest. Second opponent, twin sisters with curved blades and mirrored moves. They move like ghost blades flashing from both sides. Zen grins. Cute. He rolls under one, parries the other, channels lightning between them. 1 flash, 2 screams, both fall. 2 down. The crowd erupts. Zen drops to 1 knee, gasping. Blood soaks his sleeve. The final gate opens. And Zen stops breathing. From the shadows, Baku steps out. It's his brother's best friend. Dead, or so he thought. But here he is. Puppet strings of corrupted fragment tech running down his spine. Eyes empty. Baku. Rai's voice thunders through the arena. Your past always finds you, boy. Baku charges. Zen doesn't move at first. The hits come fast. Trips crack. Sparks fly. Zen finally screams. He stumbles. Blood hits the sand. You're not him, Zen whispers. Baku paws. Just a flicker in his eyes. Zen drops the dagger. Walks forward, arms open. You're not a killer. You're my brother. Baku's hand trembles, and he roars, and drives his fist forward. Zen catches it. Lightning explodes from his palms. He dives into the fragment embedded in Baku's chest, fighting the corruption with raw will. Baku screams. Zen screams louder. The shard shatters. A wave of energy blasts through the arena, knocking everyone flat. When the dust clears, Baku lies unconscious. Zen falls beside him. The crowd is silent. For the first time ever. Later, in a quiet alley, Kazu finds him. You nearly died, Kazu says flatly. Zen coughs. Better than dying for nothing. Ria appears next, hauling Baku on her shoulder. He's alive. Lucky bastard. May kneels beside Zen, her hands glowing softly. Fragments change people, she whispers. But you held on. Not many can. Zen opens one eye. I didn't hold on. He did. The 4 walk out of Vatrax as the sun rises. The arena burns behind them. They don't look back.